Bully game Iceberg. This is going to be interesting as we will go deeper. Let's start with the surface. Freak Show. In the game. The Freak Show is a location within the Bulworth Academy's traveling carnival. It features various characters presented as freaks, as part of the game's exploration of social hierarchies and stereotypes. The Freak Show serves as a microcosm of the game's broader themes, showcasing the outcasts and the unique individuals who don't fit into the conventional norms of the school's society. Dr. Krabel Snitch's first name. In the game, Dr. Krabel Snitch's first name is revealed to be Ralph. He is the principal of Bulworth Academy and is characterized as a stern and disciplinarian figure, often oblivious to the bullying and corruption happening under his watch. Despite his strict demeanor, he is shown to have a good heart and does not tolerate misbehavior or corruption among staff members and prefects, which is evident when he fires 2 teachers for their unethical actions. Dr. Krabel Snitch attended Bulworth Academy as a teenager and was a prefect during his senior year. He later earned a PhD in history and returned to Bulworth to become the history teacher before eventually becoming the headmaster one. His character plays a significant role in the game, often interacting with the protagonist, Jimmy Hopkins, especially when disciplinary matters arise. Holly Volt's Asylum. Happy Volt's Asylum is a significant location. It's depicted as a psychiatric hospital located in the Blue Skies Industrial Park of Bulworth. The asylum is known for its controversial practices, such as electroshock therapy, and is surrounded by rumors of housing werewolves and aliens. In the game, several characters are associated with Happy Volt's Asylum. Johnny Vincent, the leader of the Greasers, is admitted but escapes with help from the protagonist, Jimmy Hopkins. Mr. Galloway, the English teacher, also finds himself committed to the asylum but manages to escape. There are hints that Gary Smith, another key character, may have been admitted to the facility. The asylum consists of 3 blocks, A, B, and C, with Block B housing the more aggressive patients. While Blocks A and B are operational, Block C is in disrepair. The game allows players to explore parts of the asylum, orderlies patrol the facility, and the game's mechanics allow Jimmy to explore without being caught if he wears certain disguises. Haunted Paper Mill. According to the lore, players have reported strange occurrences and noises around the paper mill located in the Blue Skies industrial area within the game. The myth gained traction through various player discussions and videos analyzing the eerie atmosphere and the supposed presence of ghosts or supernatural elements in that area. Mermaid in the Lake. According to the legend, there's a mermaid that roams around an abandoned ship in the Blue Skies industrial area. You can go ahead and try to find that mermaid. Russell's mental illness. Russell Northrop is depicted as a character with a psychological profile that suggests a mental handicap or deficiency. It is implied that he has a condition akin to gigantism or acromegaly, as he mentions that Nurse McRae told him he has overactive glands 1. Despite his intimidating physicality, Russell's mental capacity is likened to that of a small child, with poor grammar and a tendency to refer to himself in the third person. This combination of physical strength and limited mental development contributes to his role as the feared leader of the bullies clique at Bulworth Academy. The werewolves. Many speculate about the existence of a werewolf within the game. This is likely inspired by the game's setting and atmosphere, which lend themselves to such urban legends. One particular point of interest is the circus in the game, which has an X-ray of what appears to be a werewolf, fueling further speculation. Rockstar games are famous for these types of creatures that are never discussed. Ghost Girl. According to the myth, there is a ghost girl haunting the girls' dorm and the gym. Rumors say you can see her at midnight, hear screams, girls crying, and even encounter a strange girl that follows you inside the gym. Gary Smith. The theory about Gary Smith being a werewolf in the game originates from a mission titled Halloween. During this mission, players noticed that Gary's character model undergoes a sudden change in size, which some speculated could be a transformation hinting at lycanthropy. This led to the fan theory that Gary might be a werewolf, adding a layer of supernatural intrigue to his already complex character. Jimmy's death. The lore surrounding Jimmy's death at the hands of Edgar in the game is actually based on a lost cinematic that was removed before the game's release. During the game's development, there was an alternate ending for the mission Showdown at the Plant, where if Jimmy lost the final fight against Edgar Munson, a cutscene would play showing Edgar throwing Jimmy into an acid pit, resulting in Jimmy's death. This ending was not included in the final version of the game, likely due to its graphic nature and the potential impact on the game's rating. Help Gary. The phrase "help Gary" in the game refers to a specific mission where the protagonist, Jimmy Hopkins, is asked by Gary Smith to assist him with a plan that he claims will change Bulworth Academy forever. In this mission, Gary's true intentions are ambiguous, and it's part of the game's narrative to reveal his manipulative nature. The hidden meaning could be interpreted as a commentary on trust and betrayal, as later in the game, it becomes clear that Gary's request for help was part of his larger scheme to seize control of the school's social structure. This mission is pivotal as it sets the stage for the rest of the game, highlighting the consequences of blindly following someone without questioning their motives. It serves as a turning point in the story, where the player starts to see the complexity of the characters and the dynamics of their relationships within the school. Dr. Krabel Snitch is Jimmy's father. The theory posits that the game subtly hints at this connection through Dr. Krabel Snitch's particular interest in Jimmy's behavior and progress, which could be interpreted as a form of paternal concern. Additionally, there is evidence that the character of Dr. Krabel Snitch underwent changes during the game's development, suggesting that his role in the story might have been intended to be more significant. If this theory were true, it would add a complex layer to the narrative. Omar is a serial killer. Omar's character is shrouded in mystery, and his disturbing quote about feeling elated at the sight of someone else's blood. While some dismiss it as a mere provocative statement, others believe it hints at a more malevolent side to his personality. This theory is further fueled by Omar's aggressive behavior in the game, which, although not uncommon in the rough-and-tumble world of Bully, still stands out as particularly intense. The Satanic Cult. Bully is set in Bulworth Academy, a private boarding school with a cast of characters that have raised some eyebrows. But could there be something more sinister at play? Throughout the game, there are subtle symbols that could be interpreted as satanic. For example, the Bulworth crest features a snake, which is often associated with evil in many cultures. The classes and lessons in Bully sometimes veer into the unusual, with references to alchemy and other esoteric subjects that have historical ties to occult practices. Faculty members exhibit behaviors that align with cult stereotypes, such as secret meetings and cryptic conversations overheard by the player. The Lost Missions. First up, we have the infamous Help Petey mission. This mission was rumored to be part of the early beta version of the game. Players have reported a cutscene that takes an unusually long time to load, displaying the words Help Petey in a simple Tahoma font. The scene then supposedly shows Petey, Gary, and Jimmy playing poker, but with audio that doesn't match the visuals, including unsettling dialogue and sounds of distress, is the cut acid bath scene. While not much is known about the specifics of this mission, it's speculated to have been removed due to its dark and disturbing content, which would have been a stark contrast to the game's overall tone. Bully is Manhunt 2. Bully mentions a character named Starkweather, potentially referencing Lionel Starkweather from Manhunt. There's also a physical resemblance between Jimmy and Daniel, both being stern and quiet. Could Jimmy's time at Bulworth have turned him into Daniel? The environments in both games share a gritty realism, and Rockstar is known for planting seeds that develop into full-blown theories. You never know. And we are done. I know it's shorter than you expected. Well, it's because I only picked those entries that were worth talking about. By the way, do you want to see more Iceberg videos like this? If yes, then please let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.